guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jag, and in today's class we are going to cover Math 7, and this is the data management unit, and what we're going to cover today is how to calculate the mean, the median, and the mode. Okay, so let's get started. What the teacher will give you will be basically a data set, and that's what the question will say. It will say find the mean, the median, and the mode for the following data set. Okay, so let's try this one here. I'm going to pick some questions from the textbook. Okay, and the textbook we are using is Math Power 7. Okay, so the question says find the range of each set of golf scores. Okay, so I'm going to write the numbers on the board here. Okay, so say we have I'll put 67. I have 66, 69, 71, and 72. Okay, so this is the range of my set. Okay, and for this question we are going to find the range actually. So let's write down what the range means. So this is actually also something we should know. It's going to be basically the highest number minus the lowest number. Okay, because sometimes the teacher does say find the range of the data set, so we should know what that means. So we're going to take our highest number here, okay, which looks like it's 72. And then we're going to subtract the lowest number within the data set, which is 66. Okay, make sure again you're just writing it going down, okay, which is equal to 6. So the range of this data set is equal to 6, okay? And all I did was take the highest number in my data set minus the lowest number, okay? I can see that this data set is not written from the lowest to the highest form. Okay, I don't have to actually do that when I'm calculating the range, the mean, or the mode. Okay, I'm only going to have to do that when I'm calculating the median. Okay, all right, so with that, I'm going to take that off. And let's actually try calculating the mean of the data set. Okay, so the mean, when you see the mean, I should actually memorize this. What it means is the average. Okay, so let's skip down to the next question here. Okay, let's do find the mean and the range of each set of test marks. Okay, so I'm going to give you a data set. Let's make it small. Okay, so small number just so we can grasp what the concept is. So 24, 27, okay? So I don't know, doesn't seem like this is a percentage. It's probably just like a test score, okay? And first, let's try doing the range, because we're good with the range, right? So I'm going to take my biggest number, which is 27, minus the smallest number in the data set, which is 20. So my range is equal to 7, okay? So again, on a quiz or test, this is most likely just going to be worth 1 mark, calculating the range here. Okay, and the second thing we're going to do is calculate the mean. Okay, so the mean is the average. So we're going to add all these data sets together. So 20 plus 21 plus 24 plus 27. And when you divide it, I'm going to divide it by the number of data set that I have. And here I have basically 4 numbers in my data set. So I'm going to divide it by 4. Okay? And again, I'm just going to put it into the calculator. No need to do this in your head or any kind of mental math. All right, we're going to add them together and divide it by 4. And I'm getting a mean of 23. Okay? Again, because the mean is the average, okay, it doesn't have to give you a whole number. Just in this case, it does give you a whole number. Okay? Are there any questions so far? That looks okay? Alright, so when you're calculating the range, one more time, the highest number minus the lowest number gives you the range. When I'm calculating the mean, this is the average. You're going to add all the numbers together in the data set. On your calculator, make sure you're pressing the equal sign, and then you divide by the number of the data that you have within the set itself. So in this case, I had 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers, okay? And that's why I'm dividing it by 4 here. Okay, and that gives me my average. All right, so let's go to this next section here. The next section has the median and the mode together. All right, so I'm going to pick a range of the data. Okay, so let's take this off. Okay, and let's start off with the mode. It says find the mode or the modes of the test scores. Okay, now the mode is basically the number I'm going to put mode. It's the most frequent number, okay, that you see within the data set. And the reason that the question says find the mode or the modes of the test scores is that I can have actually more than one mode, okay? If I see two numbers in the data set that appear maybe 2 times or 3 times each, they both are considered to be the mode, okay? So maybe let's try one. Let's try this one here, okay? So I have 8, 9, 8, I have 7, 7, and then 8, 9, 6. Okay, so say this is the data set that the teacher gave you, and the question is what is the mode, okay, in the data set. So I'm looking for the number that appears the greatest number of times, okay. Here I can see that the 8 appears 1, 2, and 3 times, okay. The 7 only appears twice, the 9 appears twice, and the 6 appears just once, okay. So because I see 3 8s here, the mode here is going to be 8, okay. Now say in this data set I also had like maybe one more 7 at the end, okay. So if I had something like this, then the 7 also appears 3 times. So it's kind of like a tie between the 7 and the 8. I have to put 8 and 7 as my mode, okay. So that's why again for the mode I can have more than one mode within the data set. Make sure you're very closely looking at, okay, how many times each number is appearing within the data set, okay. So the mode is actually pretty simple, okay. And with that, let's go to the median. I'm going to take this off here, okay, and I'm going to put the definition of what the median actually means, okay. So the median, what I like to think of it as is basically the middle number. Okay, so that's what the median is. The median is the middle number within the data set. And I actually have to make sure that I'm putting the data set from the smallest to the greatest number. And then I'm finding the middle number. So that's actually very important. So let's try this data set here. I have 34, 36, okay, 33, we have 32, and 37, okay. And so what the question is saying here is find the median within the data set, okay? So first off, whenever you see the median, again, I have to make sure I order it, okay? So let's make just a note here in bracket. So order it. And I always do it from the smallest number to the greatest number, okay? So we'll start off with the smallest number here. So I'm going to underline it as we write it out. So 32, then 33. Okay, and the reason we're underlining, or you can like maybe cross it out if you like. Let's cross it out, it's better, right? And that way I know I'm not using the same number again, okay? Within the data set, if you see the same number appearing 2 times, I have to write it, when I'm arranging it, I have to write it 2 times as well, okay? So 32, let's put 34, 36, and 37. Usually the teacher will try to trick you by giving you a bigger data set, and it's good to just cross it out, okay? And at the same time, make sure after you have written it from the smallest to the greatest numbers, I always count the number of data in my set. So I can see here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I rearranged it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure there are 5 numbers, okay? That way you know that you're not missing any number, okay, or you'll get the wrong answer. So now after we have put it from the lowest to the greatest number, I am looking for the middle number, okay? So I'm just going to underline, I see the 34 here. 34 is the middle number in this case, okay? Because I see that I have 2 numbers on the left side here of 34. I have 2 numbers on the right side of 34, okay? So this is going to be my median. So when I write it, I always put median equals 34. Alright, so just like that. Now you're probably wondering, I know everyone has this question, like Jag, what if there are 2 numbers that are in the middle for the median? And so what you do in that case is you're going to take the average, okay, of those 2 numbers, and that is what is going to be counted as the median, okay? So here I can see that I have 5 numbers, so this is an odd number, okay? And most likely when you have an even number, I will have to take the average. Okay, so let's try like a simple example for that so everyone can see it. Okay, I'm going to take out just the bottom part. Let's keep the definition on the board. Okay, so again, it has to be an even number within the data set. So let's try this one. So I have 45, say 46, 43, okay, and 42, like this, okay? So again, I'm going to just put it in order. So let's start with the lowest number. So 42 here, cross it out, 43, cross it out, okay? So again, just keep on crossing out the numbers, okay? I don't want to get mixed up with the numbers I already wrote down within my data set. Okay, and then I'm going to put 45. Lastly, 46, okay? Again, make sure you have 1, 2, 3, 4. There has to be 4 numbers in your data set even when I rearrange them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So now I can see basically that because there is an even number within this data set, there will be 2 numbers that fall in the middle, okay? And they both are going to count as the middle number. Do you see this? So the 42 and 46 are on both sides, on the extreme ends of this data set, okay, that we can see here. And 43 and 45 are both considered to be in the middle, okay? So what that means here is that the middle number is basically going to be in between, somewhere there, okay, the 43 and the 45, all right? So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to just do it on this side right here. We're going to do 43 plus 45 divided by 2, okay? So it's basically like I'm taking the average here, okay, between the 2 numbers, and I'm getting 44. Okay, so when you're looking at this data set here, okay, the median is considered to be 44, okay? And in this example, I can see that that makes sense here. Between 43 and 45 is 44. Okay, again, that's not always going to be the case, okay? When you calculate, especially like the median or the mean here, if you have to take the average, it could be a decimal answer, okay? If it is a decimal, I would maybe just like round it to the nearest tenth, okay? But again, always check with your teacher and see what number he or she wants you to round it to. And that way, no marks will be taken off on a quiz or a test, okay? So this is how you calculate the median one more time. Make sure you're taking the data set and place it in order from lowest to greatest, and the median is going to be the middle number. All right, so that looks good. So if there are no questions, that brings this video to an end. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please make sure you're clicking on the like button below and subscribe to the channel so I can bring out more content associated with Math 7. So thanks for watching one more time, and I will see everyone in the next video. Thanks, bye.